coders, the spring dependency injection and loose coupling with the help of auto air annotation we have already discussed. Today we are going to discuss an additional stuff to that loose coupling in Spring Boot with the help of dependency injection, with the help of auto air, but we want to avoid non-unique error in this example. If you have not gone through the previous example or previous video, please go through the video first, which I have already put it in the description box. Then you can understand easily regarding this video what is the additional stuff we are going to discuss over here. So let us first go for a quick recap regarding the previous video. So we have created a controller. The controller is auto airing, or here is the dependency injection we have made to a interface, that is what is a printer, and we have gone for a URI for a method, that is what print service, which is going to return a piece of string which will return from this print method of printer. This printer is an interface which has this print method, and this printer interface has been implemented by a component or a bin class that is having this print method. Obviously it must have, because an interface, if we go for inheriting, we must override the method present inside the interface. So since the printer interface contains the print method, so we must override the print method over here. So this override is okay, but when I will go for executing it, I am getting the output from this overridden method, or this output comes from this overridden method which returns make it matter, keep reinventing. That is what the line which I have copied from HP's official website. So if I will execute it now, so what is going to happen? Let us see. I am relaunching it. So there is some problem. What is the problem? Let us see. It says consider making one of the bin as primary, updating the consumer to accept multiple bins, or using qualifier to identify the bin that should be consumed. So this consumption process is interrupted. Why? Because in between it I have added a new component over here, which is again another printer. Means I have created a subclass of a printer interface, as I had created a subclass of printer interface, that is what HP printer. Now I have gone for inheriting this printer interface to create Epson printer. You might have heard about the brand called as Epson, that I have tried to use over here, Epson printer. So we have now two printers, one is HP, another is Epson. So that is why while we are going for this auto airing, the Spring runtime, that is what Spring container, becomes confused to go for using this component. Which component to use? The Spring container gets confused. That's why it asks for using unique bin by using art qualifier. What is this art qualifier, that we will discuss, but prior to that let us resolve this issue without using art qualifier. So let us name this HP printer as, suppose our we can make a name to this, not over here, override is there, component, while we are using this annotation, we can give it a name. Suppose I will make it as old printer. This is my old printer and I have got a new printer which is Epson. I will give it a name as new printer. So what will happen? This components are now being recognized with two unique names, but here we have used the name as printer. Let us see what happens. Is it resolved or not? So again the same issue, it asks for uniqueness. So even if we have given different names to different components, we are getting the same exception. So what to do? Now we can do one thing. Since we want to use new printer, we can use this qualifier new printer, and as well as this will be changed inside this controller method. I also change the object name. So whichever is auto add. Now it should be resolved, because now we are going to use new printer in place of old printer. So let us see what is the output we are getting. If you will go for, this was the output which we were getting while the HP was the printer or only printer. Now here when I go for print service method or print service URI, I got the output from Epson printer. That is how we can resolve the problem of non-uniqueness. It's one approach, but the Spring container was telling us something else, to use the art qualifier. Why we will go for using art qualifier? Here you can say it is having one solution, means this is one of the solution without using art qualifier, means we have named each of the component with a name with the component annotation. This is old printer, this is new printer. So in dependency injection, we will always go for using new printer. Means tomorrow if in place of Epson we will have something else as a printer, suppose maybe Canon printer, if we will introduce another printer and we want to make this HP printer and as well as Epson printer as the old printer, so we will make it as new printer 1, also Epson printer, and third one which we are going to introduce, suppose from Canon, that is going to be the new printer, so that we do not need to change the code over here. Or else each time we create a new printer, we have to use the name of the qualifier over here. So that solution we can provide, or that problem which you face to change this code, when we change the printer we have to change the user also. So that is going to be again a problem, or coding we are doing. So rework is not required if we will go for keeping on the same name. Suppose we will go for using qualifier. So qualifier is a annotation which again uses, suppose I will say printer, which was already there in the previous example, and it is going to be printer, or yeah. So then what we will do, whenever we will introduce a new printer, we will name it as printer. So old, new, all this thing we will not bother about. This is printer and here it is also using printer. In fact, not here, this one is printer, or in fact you can do one thing, we will always use suppose new printer, and here also we will keep it as printer. So new printer, whoever will be introduced in the later stage, like this, here it is the new printer in our example now. So new printer is the name of the Epson printer, because previously we were using HP, now new printer is Epson, and this new printer is attached over here as the dependency injection, and the name is printer as usually, and this code will remain unchanged, because tomorrow, as I said, if we will introduce a new printer again apart from Epson and HP, we will use a Canon, then over there we will use the object name or the component name as new printer. So that is as simple as this. Obviously we have to change this name and introduce the name of new printer to the Canon printer. So this code will remain unchanged, this controller code will remain unchanged, because already it uses new printer. So whoever will be the new printer we will introduce, to that printer we will give the name as new printer, and this code will remain as it is. So let us see, are you getting the output from Epson printer or HP printer? So new printer is the name we have assigned to Epson printer. I will go back to the browser. So yes, the same output. Let us have another, as I said, another component, new class, suppose I will say Canon printer. Finish. This Canon printer is also going to be a component, art component. Then here it is going to also inherit the interface printer, and over here we have to override the method print, and this is going to return a line. I don't know what is the punchline of Canon. I'll just use the line, new printer is now Canon. Okay. So what is the problem over here? We have not mentioned what is the component qualifier name. So if we will execute it, even if this has been introduced, let us see what happens. I rerun it by creating a new object only, or new class only of the subclass of printer, but when we see the output, we should expect the output from the Canon, but again the same output it is coming from the new printer, which is Epson. So that is what we have not changed. The new printer is still Epson. It is yet to make Canon as the new printer. So what we will do, we will make this one as the new printer. This is the Canon printer which you have created. This will be the new printer, and the Epson printer which you have made, I will make it as suppose older printer, old printer and older printer. HP I have used old printer, this is older printer, and this is new printer. So what will happen, we don't need to change anything over here in the controller, it will keep on using the new printer. So new printer is now Canon. Let us see, are we getting the expected output? So there are three printers now, HP, Epson and Canon. From where we are getting this print? Yes, you can see the output is now from Canon, because that is the new printer. So this is the moral of dependency injection. This is the loose coupling. From the beginning I had told you, we have a table, we have a computer, we may change the table, we may change the computer, but one code will not change due to the change in the other code. So that is what is the classical example which I have given you. I hope you like it. So this is all about the use of annotations with the help of Spring Boot to implement dependency injection, that is the implementation of design pattern loose coupling. I hope you have liked the video. Thanks for watching.